So we are here with Chuck, who is the bassist in Alice Cooper's band. But forgetting Alice Cooper for a second, you've got your own band now.
That's right, Beasto, Blanco.
Tell me, how'd that come about?
Well, I've always been writing,
Right.
and obviously just being a rock fan myself, I've been influenced by so many different bands throughout the years, and I felt like it was time. It was time for me to get some of these songs out that I've been writing over the years, and this project that's been in my head for so long. It was time. It was time, so I partnered up with Chris Latham, a guitar player pal of mine, and we just started putting together some older songs that we had written and writing some new ones as well. And everything is just kind of fallen into place,
right,
if you will. So it's been an awesome band that we've put together right now, and I'm really excited about it. And I just can't wait to finish the new record and get this thing out on the road.
Now, are you finishing it while you're on the road with Alice? Are you doing the whole Pro Tools thing in the hotel room, or
the convenient thing about Beasto Blanco is I have Tommy Hendrickson producing it, who also co-produced the last Alice Cooper record.
And Tom plays with Alice.
And who plays with Alice as well. And Tommy and I just see eye to eye on so many things about rock and roll. A lot of our influences are the same,
right,
and a lot of things that we love and hate about it, we both see eye to eye on this stuff. So it's a great combination of guys. So I do have the advantage of
having your producer on the road.
Yeah. So Tommy and I have been working. I've demoed up a bunch of stuff, and then I bring it on over to him, and he says, "What the hell are you thinking? This stinks," or he loves it.
Right.
And we go from there. And so far, it's been great. So we've got almost the whole entire record demoed up. And when we get back home on our break, August, September, we'll finish it up, and hopefully looking for an October release.
That's kind of cool. Now, right now, people can actually pick up 3 songs on iTunes.
That's right. Yeah, we got 3 songs on iTunes right now that they were the first attempt to see just where we were going to be at, what this band was going to sound like. I picked 3 songs that I thought were just completely different from each other.
Right.
It's a high energy band. I'm highly influenced by Motorhead and White Zombie, and I love that kind of stuff. But I also picked just 3 different songs just to see what our identity would be and see what it was going to be like working with Tommy. And they just turned out amazing. They are completely different from themselves, but it sounds like one whole thing.
It really does.
Yeah, thank you. So they can pick up the 3 songs right now and get a taste for what the new record is basically going to sound like. And the more I listen to the newer songs, I get more excited about those than the 3 songs that we've really tracked. I think this record is going to be pretty killer.
Now, when you said that you had old songs that you had written up and then you're working on, tell me a little bit about your writing process. Are these songs that you had like 20 years ago, or are these songs you had like 6 months ago? And how do you write? Because
man, they're not that old.
Okay.
Some of those songs I have 20 years ago, I don't even think you'd want to hear.
Right.
But I just the writing process for me basically is, like I said, I'm just more like a down and dirty kind of club rock guy. I love, smoke-filled clubs, not knowing who the band is, and they just come in and smack you in the face with good rock and roll. And that's really what it's about for me. I'm not into polishing a song and having the big sing-along chorus, and I just want something that grooves, that feels good, and it just makes you feel a certain way. And that's where I go from writing a song. I think really groove. I'm a big When I write, I'm always thinking drum grooves, and drummers love playing my stuff because there's so much to do as a drummer, and it's a lot of fun. So, these songs were songs that either I may have presented to Coop at one time that they didn't quite make the record, or were just songs that I knew one day I was going to get the chance to just do my own record. I just wasn't quite sure when that time would come. And when Tommy got into the band, I knew that the time was right. I had to strike now so I could get him involved in this thing. And it's been great.
Get him to work for free, right?
No, well, I wish it was that easy. You get what you pay for.
Right.
And Tommy's worth it as far as I'm concerned. We took this project very seriously, and we obviously were friends and we're bandmates, but when it came to doing Beasto Blanco, we really just looked outside of that. We looked at what the Beasto Blanco was going to be, and we approached it from that standpoint. Tommy was the producer, and I was the musician, and I hired him to do this, and I took his advice and never gave him a heartache about anything, and I'm so glad I did that because I just think it turned out.
Now, is this a band that at some point you hope to tour with?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, I want to bring it out there. I'm getting a lot of people that want to know when we're playing and what we're doing, and that's going to happen soon.
It's going to be difficult between Alice's commitments and some of the other things you do.
Yeah. Rock and roll ain't easy, man.
Yeah. So how are you going to fit it all?
We're going to have to figure it out. Hopefully, we can get maybe get Alice to put us on the bill or something, you know. And in the meantime, I'll just play on the downtime, and if the response it keeps coming the way that it is, and I'm able to keep writing quality stuff and giving the audience some good music to listen to, maybe this is something that will be my thing to fall back on instead of being a carpenter or pizza delivery guy.
Right.
You know?
Now, you also mentioned drummers, and one drummer that, as you can see by Kiss here, Eric Singer. You've played with him in ESP.
I think I've heard that guy.
Yeah. Great drummer, by the way.
Great guy.
Greatest Kiss drummer.
Yeah.
Any more ESP down the pipe for you? Or?
Oh, there'll always be some ESP days. You know, the beautiful thing about ESP, man, is it's one of those things where when we all got the time.
Right.
Look, man, we're all fortunate to be busy playing rock and roll.
Right. Being a working musician is exceptionally difficult.
It's great, and we're all very fortunate to be in that situation. Me, Bruce, Eric, and John.
Right.
So when our time allows and nobody's touring, we will put together something. We tried to this last year, but our schedules kept conflicting with Grand Funk and Alice and Kiss. So there will be some dates in the future. Absolutely, that's a project that I really enjoy being involved in, and it's more of a project. And to me, Beasto Blanco is a band. It's going to be something that.
Is it through ESP that you discovered your singing voice? Because you were doing some of the sort of the Gene songs during ESP. Is that where
I've always been a fan of Gene's singing.
But is that where you decided I want to be the lead singer in my own project?
And Lemmy, I've always sang like that. I've sang like that for years, and I was able to kind of maybe hone it in a little bit with ESP. Figure out, okay, I can't sing like that. I'll blow my voice out, or my lungs feel like they're going to fly out of my mouth at times, and just kind of hone it in. And I mean, that's just basically being on the road. You kind of figure out what you can do and what you can't do.
With Alice as a bass player, you can sort of sit behind and let the show go on. But with Beasto, you got to be up front. You're the singer. You're the guy. Is that exciting or is that scary?
Oh no, maybe it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I've always thought about that, like how I would approach it. What is my style? Putting the bass guitar down and maybe just being a front man or playing guitar in a couple of these songs. And it's something that we're thinking about how we're going to approach it. And I think it's going to be a lot better for the audience and easier for me if I'm just singing and playing guitar. A couple times I'll get another bass player. But I've learned a lot from Alice Cooper. I've learned a lot from Dio, and I've learned you just got to be yourself. I feel very comfortable behind the microphone. Obviously, I wouldn't be in this business if I didn't love the spotlight and I didn't love playing in front of people, and there was a little bit of my ego that drives me.
Do you have to prepare differently for a show?
Absolutely, yeah. There's going to be a lot more mental preparation for us and vocal preparation, obviously, and really, I can't just let the show go.
No,
if I'm
you're in charge of it.
I'm in charge of it, and that's the beautiful thing with learning from one of the best in the business. Alice Cooper and Ronnie James Dio were hands down were some amazing.
It would
teachers.
be Ronnie's 70th birthday today.
Yeah.
So,
God bless that guy, man. He gave me a big start in the music business, and I learned a lot from him. And I'm just glad to call that guy one of my good friends, man. I think about him all the time.
Yeah, he really is. Now, you've been with Alice for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years, there's been a few drum changes and a few guitar changes and
a few.
Well, less than LA Guns changes members, but still, there's been quite a few. But why are you holding out, or what keeps you coming back, and why does Alice keep inviting you back?
Well, I'd like to think that Alice invites me back as the fact that him and I get along really well.
Right.
Alice says that every time there's going to be a change or something happens, Alice always calls me and says, you're my rock. You're the guy I can always count on. Mm-hmm. And I take pride in that.
Good.
I've played bass in several different bands. Like we said earlier, I'm a working musician. So that's part of the job. You want to make things seamless. And so being invited back, I consider myself a band member in Alice Cooper, and I know they do as well. They consider this, myself especially, just the guy in the band. Like, they don't have to worry about Chuck.
Right.
I'm always going to be there, and I'm always going to do my job. I like to make a living. I like to make some money.
Right.
So being an Alice Cooper helps me provide, for that. And on top of that, I am able to have some time off where I'm not, I don't have to work, and I can do Beasto Blanco and do some other things that I enjoy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think of the current lineup with Orianthi, Ryan Roxy coming back, and of course Tommy, your producer and friend?
Yeah.
That's a great sound, I think, personally.
It was a little, at first you're thinking 3 guitars, man,
Yeah.
And,
most rock bands don't do that.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2.
But you listen back to those old Alice Cooper albums, and pretty much any record, it has multiple guitar parts. This isn't just one guitar part and you do a solo. There's always a lot of stuff going on, and also there's some keyboard parts and stuff that are in those older Coop songs and even some of the newer ones. So when they brought it in as a 3-guitar band, I kind of was like one of those things. Well, we'll see where this goes, and where am I going to fit in as a bass player? How do I keep this a level playing ground?
And that's tough.
So I got to say, Tommy, with such a great musical ear that he has, really worked hard on coming up with this who's playing what. And Ori and Ryan and Tommy really came in prepared this year and put together, which I think is just an amazing sound sonically for guitars. They're all playing different things at the same time. It just sounds right. It sounds like it was written that way, and it really opened up a spot for the bass. And it's just amazing. Nowadays we're using in-ears, so we have control of our mix. And I have such a killer blend of guitars that it just sonically sounds great each time.
Really
so they've done a really good job, and I'd have to say this is definitely one of the. I don't want to say the best lineups because I've had the privilege.
Damon and the other guys were all great too, but this one really there's something
nice about it. And the thing with Alice, it's a pain in the ass when you get a bunch of different players all the time. It's hard to stay, it's hard to keep your focus, but at the same time, Alice gets the best.
He does.
And I've had the opportunity to play with some amazing drummers and some amazing guitar players, and that's been a good thing. It's been a good thing.
Has.
So this year, it's not that it's the best lineup I've ever played in, but I definitely think sonically and just as a group of friends, band of brothers and sisters, we are having one hell of a time out there, and it's sounding great.
Absolutely. And of course, now if people want to check out your music, it's beastoblanco.com.
beastoblanco.com. Like us on Facebook. Go to iTunes. Beasto Blanco.
Pinterest.
Yeah,
you're all over those.
All that stuff, man. We're working really hard, and I got to say, really, honestly, man, thanks to the fans out there for all their great comments and messages and downloading the songs. And we won't let you down with this record, man.
And last question, real quick: the 3 songs that are out now, will they be part of the other album, or is this just a taster? Yeah, and you got 10 new ones coming.
They're going to be part of the record. There could be some changes, maybe with a couple little mix things or arrangement things differently. With the beauty of Pro Tools, we can kind of
swap
mix
and
stuff around. But I might do little things here and there. But for right now, they'll definitely count on those songs being on the record. But we'll do a little extra twist on those 3 just to make it different for the album and the ones that are available now.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure, brother.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. All right.